He'd have his hair trimmed once a week. His mother's map of Boston with a list of historic spots was spread on the table in front of her. She had opened her bag, pulled out a blue pencil, and was now circling points of interest. "This is a real opportunity, Willis," she said. "We're going to see Faneuil Hall with the grasshopper weather vane, and the Old North Church where they put the lantern aloft in the belfry. Then we shall see the site of the Boston Massacre, and then the old State House, and then the Common. We shall also see the new State House built by the famous architect Bulfinch. We shall then pass through the public gardens, and we shall visit the Boston Public Library. That ought to be enough to hold us for the morning, if we walk. It will do us good to stretch our legs after the train." His mother was tireless in those days and very light on her feet. She looked cool in her cotton print dress and undisturbed at being a public spectacle as she held her map in front of her. All that Willis could do was to try to walk 2 paces behind her, pretending that he did not know her. Not a successful device, because she called to him imperiously at intervals, telling him that they did not have all day. Consequently, the sights he saw were lost in a blur of twisted, crowded streets that shimmered beneath the August sun. All that morning and afternoon must have been a series of stolen minutes forming a hiatus that took his mother's mind from the immediate future, preventing her from giving a thought to "your father," or how long "your father" would keep this new position. "Your father, Willis," his mother had said on the train, "is so much more brilliant than most people that it's hard for him to stay satisfied, which explains why he moves from place to place." As they moved along the torrid streets, she might have been teaching American history again, as she once had in Topeka, Kansas. Willis never forgot her expression when she saw the Book of Common Prayer in the Old North Church, with the name of the king erased from it. It appealed to her imagination in a way that it never would to his. He could never share that sort of intellectual enthusiasm which could endow the pages of an ordinary old book with life and voice, or a bare room of a stuffy house, like the house of Paul Revere, with vanished people. Willis could only be pleased that he had not lived in an epoch that was completely devoid of automobiles and electricity. "Now pay attention, Willis," his mother said. "There's the grasshopper on Faneuil Hall, and it really is a grasshopper." She knew better than Willis did that few things were what you really thought they were going to be, and perhaps the grasshopper had looked just the way that she imagined it when she had read about it as a pretty girl on her family's farm near Topeka. When they finally reached the North Station, and after Willis had seen about the trunk checks and had put the suitcases in the rack above them in the day coach, his mother told him that it had been a delightful day in Boston, a real holiday, and something for him always to remember. But now it was time to put first things first, and she pulled "your father's" letter out of her handbag. "I wonder what it will be like this time," she said. "Your father always starts by being enthusiastic, and he's enthusiastic now about this Mr. Harcourt. I must say it's very generous of Mr. Harcourt to let us have a house to live in right on his place. Now, Willis, I want you to be polite. I don't want people to think you're a crude Western boy. Have you lost your pocket comb?" "No, Mom," Willis answered. "Then get it out and comb your hair. You look as hot as a boiled beet. Aren't you feeling well?" "I'm feeling all right," Willis answered, "but I wish I could go for a swim." "You can't," his mother said. "Are your shoes tight?" "Yes," Willis said, "awful tight." "Well, you can take them off and rest your feet if you want to. No one will see you. Why do you always look ashamed when I make a suggestion, Willis?" "Couldn't I take my coat off instead, Mom?" Willis asked. "No," she said. "Not in the train, Willis." The train was 5 minutes late. At least it was 4:21 by Willis's Ingersoll watch when they got to Clyde. Eventually, everybody knew about everyone else in Clyde because most Clyde citizens were endowed with deep human interest, not kindly perhaps, but indefatigable. It was only natural that an authority should eventually appear who could describe the first minutes of the arrival of Willis Wayde in Clyde.